Hey everyone, welcome back. We have the teaser that's out, like literally right now. Moments after this went up, because I was still here at my desk preparing for the early live stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, featuring the one and only Phoenix Master as we go over hero reviews that I collected from you guys like a long time ago. Be sure to stop by if you can. If you can't, the VOD will always be there. Anywho, I was here. That was a promo and also an explanation as to why I'm looking at this so quickly. This is silhouettes from the new spring banner that we're going to be looking at probably in the next like couple days. So buckle up, man. Nothing really that meta defining usually comes out of spring banner. Like there's good units. There's really good units. But they don't usually influence gameplay the way that things like Fallen Heroes, Brave Heroes, stuff like that typically have in the past. But if any of your favorites are there, then obviously you're going to want to pull more than likely. So who is here? It's honestly not as complicated as you might think that it is. There's Bernadetta. I mean, they're right. I mean, obviously it's Bernadetta. Bernadetta is obviously on the left. Okay, the hair matches. There's, I mean, the pose is almost the same. Like, if it's not Bernadetta, I will gift 5 memberships in my next live stream. Okay, like straight up. It's definitely Bernadetta. Bernadetta is absolutely on the left. She is either going to be a 4-star Tempest Trials or 5-star. I don't see any harmonized or duo hero in here, by the way, just FYI. Also, it looks like she's doing her normal attack pose, which is the same that I have down here to show you. The image on the right, however, is a little more inconspicuous to an extent. So there are wings. That's probably the biggest giveaway. Yeah, the wings kind of give it away, to be honest. But if you just look at characters with wings, then that's basically the fairies from book 4, right? So how do you narrow it down past that? Well, we can look at Mira. Mira has similarly shaped wings, although the tips are a little bit more rounded. And also she has like flowers on the top of her head, which are clearly not in whoever this is on the right. So probably not Mira. There's Peony, who again has somewhat similarly shaped wings, but much more rounded at the tips of the wings. So probably not her. Also, she doesn't have spiky hair. She has literally twists that come out the side of her head, and the top of her head is also very flat. So it's probably not Peony. So if it's not any light fairies, then it's gotta be one of the 2 dark fairies, right? Like that would make sense. So let's look at Plumeria. Plumeria has a very notable like spiky band crown crest thing going on the top of her head. Very iconic. I have a hard time believing that they would use art of her without having that, because I don't think they have done so yet. Also, the wings are even further away from the right shape. Not to say that, you know, they can't take artistic liberties and like adjust that. So I don't think that that's the case here. But the spikes on the hair do seem to check. So there's that. But I don't think it's Plumeria either. So if it's not Plumeria, then it's got to be Triandra, right? It kind of ticks all the boxes. The wings have a distinct point at the very tip. They have a slight wave to them, as you can see in both the silhouette and the artwork. She has spikes down the sides of her hair. Kind of seems like it fits, honestly. I would put good money on this being a standalone Triandra unit. We have had, I think, every fairy repped to some extent. Of course, there was Duo Peony, Duo Triandra. There was those, and then Plumeria was also on that New Year banner as well. We've had Winter Mira. We've had Summer Harmonized Plumeria alongside Sita. We've had Harmonized Peony alongside Tana, which was an interesting choice on the Fire Festival banner. We haven't seen a standalone Triandra yet. So I think this might be it. I think they may have bunnyized her for this year's spring banner. But it's just an assumption. It's kind of interesting that they even have like the egg taking the place of like the rosebud thing that she would normally hold, which is her weapon. There's a lot of parallels. There's a lot of parallels. The fingers are even kind of similar in the way that they're spread and pointed. Just obviously one is upwards, the other is outwards. So I'm pretty confident that we are in fact looking at both Triandra and Bernadetta. I would probably put good money on the fact that that's who in fact these two were. If it's not, as I said, I'll give some memberships. I'll put money on the line here. I'll make it interesting. I'll keep it a bet. That's who I think we are looking at. I think we're looking at Bernadetta, and I think we're looking at Triandra. What does that mean exactly? More than likely, we're going to be seeing 3 houses and heroes. How many of those, I don't know. The question on everyone's mind is, though, are we going to get Spring McAllis this year? Because we've kind of had everybody else from that whole White Wings / pseudo White Wings grouping. And so it's a valid question. It is a valid question. But I don't think we see McAllis here. So I guess we'll have to wait to find out. But if you don't want to wait an entire 24 hours to find out, you could spend some of those hours with me and Phoenix Master 1 tomorrow on my stream, going over some of your possible heroes that you submitted a long time ago for a hero review. And those are exactly what I have to get back to making graphics for. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments who you think is in this silhouette and who you think we'll see on the banner in general. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.